Good morning, beloveds. Okay. I got up, went for a bike ride, went to the chiropractor, and now I'm doing this. Yay! But the important thing about today is that it's part 2. Part 2 of when there is difficulty letting go of the past. Part 2. So it is July 28th, and our author is Ursula Gestefeld. It's from The Breath of Life, 1897. So, let's see what she says today. They have borne some fruit, they will bear more. But in the strength of the Lord, by the help of Christ, I shall gather this fruit with rejoicing and not sorrow. By it I am made strong. By it I prove my power of mastery over all unlikeness to God. I am exercising this power now. By means of it I get further and further from the dead past. I am resurrected continuously into a more abundant life. All is good. There is no evil. All that I have called evil has been good for me, for by it I have learned something. I have no sorrow, no regrets. I am filled with praise and rejoicing. I know that I am being weaned from my mortal sense of self, that I may show forth the divine likeness. All that this sense calls affliction are but the growing pains which are sure to be left behind. Nothing that anyone can say of me can hurt me or turn me aside. I press forward steadily with no thought of blame for them who judge me according to the dead past. I know but one judge and one deliverer. All malice, hatred, and enmity are left in that past. I bow only to love. I feel only love for every human being. I begin to know God, for God is love. All right, so here's what I'm going to tell you. There are so many great little affirmations in there. So there are a bunch of great lines that if you wanted to pull like one or a few of them out to create affirmations with, that is excellent. What she's reminding us of is that there is nothing in our past that can hold us back. All right. And the people who try and hold your past against you have no power over you. There's only one that has power. And it's not even power over you because it's power through you. The power that the one has is for you, not over you, but for you and through you. So anybody who tries to hold power over you, you just get to look at him and go, well, you know what? No. And I like the line, I am resurrected continually into a more abundant life. You get as many do-overs as you're willing to take. Okay? You get as many do-overs as you are willing to take. There's nobody who can say you can't try again. Now, I don't like it, but I get it. All that I have called evil has been good for me, for by it I have learned something. Okay? I don't like it. I don't want to call evil good. But I want to remind you that evil is not a power in and of itself. Evil is a misuse of power. When we misuse our power, we're going to learn something. And hopefully we're going to learn not to do that again. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. So it's like, if you haven't learned something, it's like, okay, maybe we need to try a slightly different way. So that is a reminder for that. And ironically, when I was talking to the chiropractor, that's, I have no sorrow, I have no regrets. And that's what the chiropractor and I were talking about. It's like, look, you know what? You have the power to fix this. You have the power to fix this. And what he said is, effectively don't shit on yourself. I said, I have to take better care of myself. And he says, no. He said, do or do not. And I was like, all right, Yoda. I either take better care of myself or I don't. But I need to stop beating myself up about not taking care of myself. And I just went, huh, you know what? I had to go to the chiropractor to get a metaphysical lesson. And he's like, you know this. I'm not preaching to the preacher. And I said, no, but it is good to be reminded. And that's why I do these things, to remind you. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. I'm reminding you of what you know. And sometimes hearing somebody else say it makes you go, oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember. So, and that is what Ursula is doing. She's reminding us we are resurrected continuously, and we are resurrected into a more abundant life if we are willing to see that more abundant life. All right? They have borne some fruit, but they will bear more. There's more coming. There's more coming. I know that I'm being weaned from my mortal sense of self, that I may show forth the divine likeness. We get confused. We get caught up in the mortal realm, and we forget that this is just a place that we are. This is an experience we are having. It is not who we are. It is not who we are. All that this sense calls affliction are but the growing pains which are sure to be left behind. So right now, what you're going through are growing pains. And if you can view them as growing pains, it might make it easier. It's like, oh, what is the lesson that I am learning here? What am I learning that I don't want to repeat? Okay. What changes do I get to make? So I know only love. I feel only love for every human being. I begin to know God, for God is love. All right? I am exercising this power now. So, I still like that I'm resurrected continuously. But the mission today, should we choose to accept it, really is that last line. It really is that last line. I begin to know God. I begin to know God. The mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to know God. It's to be willing to open our eyes, look around, and recognize there's one source. It's all God. It's all God. And when we recognize that it is all God, we will move through this world differently. So, hopefully, part 1 and part 2 of the difficulty of letting go of the past has helped you to let go of the past. All right? The mission today, to know God. Not to begin to know God, to know God. To continue to delve further into that experience, whatever that looks like for you. All right, beloveds. That's the mission today, should we choose to accept it. The other mission is the same mission I give you every day, which is self-care. All right? You know me, I'm a big believer in self-care. I'm not going to shit on you, but I'm going to remind you, as I said, that these are the things that you can do. It's the spiritual practice of doing something loving for yourself, doing something kind for yourself, doing something compassionate for yourself. And sometimes what that looks like is calling the chiropractor, making the appointment, going to the appointment, being reminded of the spiritual truth that you needed to hear today, and making another appointment in a month. Do I need the appointment in a month? We'll see. I can cancel it at any time, but I went ahead and made it so that I have it if I need it, if I want it, you know. That is a loving, kind, and compassionate thing that I can do for myself. Straight up. All right. So, and that's what it looks like. It also looks like I woke up this morning. I was not planning to go for a bike ride this morning, but I woke up in time to do it. So I did it. You know, that's what self-care looks like. It looks like taking a deep breath before you speak. Because, as he said, my chiropractor said, you're always talking to yourself. Even when you're talking to other people, you're talking to yourself. You know? Make sure it's kind. Make sure it's compassionate. Make sure it's loving. Because you're always talking to yourself. You're always talking to the universe. You're always talking to God. Practice on yourself. So, take a nap, take a walk, take a break. Say yes to something that will push you a little bit out of your comfort zone. Say no to something that's draining. Those are all of the good suggestions to take care of yourself. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm a little off today. I just got my neck pulled out of my shoulders, so brain there. And I say eat dessert first. Okay, that's one of my other suggestions, because what I mean by that is don't save the good stuff. Don't save the good stuff. Because we've got a tech guy coming today. We're rearranging the house and we keep finding things like, oh, I'm going to put that in a more appropriate place. It's like, what? So yeah, but that's my task for tomorrow. And it is going to be a loving, kind, and compassionate thing for myself. Don't save the good stuff. Burn the nice candles now, write in the good notebooks now, eat the good chocolate. Take care of yourself. We went to a French restaurant last night, and then Tom went over to the dessert case and he bought like one of everything, which is not true, but he bought a bunch of little small things, and then we cut it up and all four of us shared it, and it was good. Everybody got a little bite of everything. So, except the creme brulee. He didn't share the creme brulee, but that was his favorite. So, you know what? I'm all down for that. Okay. I'm just completely distracted. Practice on yourself. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. Make room in your life for joy. It is a quality of God, therefore it is a quality of you. Make room for it. Okay? No matter what is going on in the world, no matter what is going on in your life, you deserve joy. The rest of the suggestions are the easy ones. Do something to engage your mind and your body, whatever that looks like for you. Drink plenty of water, which I'm about to do. Get that early in your day bright light. I woke up at 6:31 and my body was like, I'm craving sunlight. Go. All right. So I went out and got it some sun. 5 to 10, I'm talking 5 to 10 minutes in that 7 to 9 hour. It helps to reset the natural hormone rhythm. It's called a circadian rhythm. It starts with a C if you want to look it up. You'll have more energy during the day. You'll sleep better at night. So, it's not much. And if you get up before the sun, artificial light will help too. Okay. You can actually order a lamp that is a sunlight that mimics sunlight to get that 5 to 10 minutes. So, yeah. Okay. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around you all the time. You can be reminded of what it is that you need to know in the most interesting places, i.e. the chiropractor's office. You know, sometimes the wisdom you need doesn't come through the regular spiritual channels. It comes through interesting places. So open the windows of your soul and be aware of that. And cool things will happen. Cool things will happen. All right. Yeah. And you can always take him as advice. Look for the good and praise it. Because heaven is a mindset. It's a state of consciousness. And I think that my chiropractor was right. Well, I know he was right. Stop shitting on ourselves and just do. Yep. Okay. I guess I'm at the creative, the spiritual. We are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. Feel free to follow us on all that. I archive these on the Running Rev because I don't want to clutter up the Creative Life Spiritual Center. There's fantastic content on both, including this thing called You, that book. I was like, there's not an audio copy of that? Well, there is now. It's on YouTube. It's on both channels. So feel free to go look it up. It is my favorite Ernest Holmes book. Please take a listen. And there was something else, and whatever it was, I don't remember. So, email info@creativelife.org if you want to know what's going on. That way you can know what's going on when I don't. All right. I'm at the part where I get to encourage you to have a great day, wondrous day, fantastic day, magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a let it go day, a remembering day, a You already know what you need to know day. A kind day, a compassionate day, a loving day, a consistent day, a consciousness day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, simply have a day. You are enough, just as you are. You are a beloved child of God. You are a divine spark. You are a brilliant light. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling, in whom God is well pleased and well represented. Know the truth of your being. Explore the truth of your being. The mission today was to know God. Get to know God. Get to know God on that deeper level. Get to know God through yourself and through others. All right? It'll be interesting and you'll learn something. Or a lot. Okay, beloveds. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I should be back with you around 9 a.m. I can't believe it's already Friday and tomorrow is Saturday, but here we are. So, take care of yourself. Know that you are loved. And I will see you next time.